Young leaders have been reminded that leadership in service as the Goodspeed Leadership and Mentorship Development Initiative holds the 2025 Basic and Post-Basic Education Head Boys and Head Girls Leadership and Mentorship Retreat at the Government Secondary School, Wuse Zone 3, Abuja, with the theme, Nurturing Young Leaders for Sustainable Development. ACNN News correspondent Abosede Olarinwaju was there and has the report.
The Godspeed and Mentorship Development Initiative, GLEMD, has held the 2025 Basic and Post-Basic Education Head Boys and Girls Leadership and Mentorship Retreat at Government Secondary School, Wuse Zone 3, Abuja, with the theme, Nurturing Young Leaders for Sustainable Development. The Executive Director of GLEMD, Comrade Kayit, in his welcome address, explained the purpose and aim of the annual retreat program. He also reminded all that leadership is service, hence the need to guide young leaders on the best way to go.
The reason why we are gathered here is to address an important issue, that of leadership. We all have been complaining one way or the other on things that have not been working right. And most times we complain without providing a solution. Before you can criticize a system, you have to be very sure that you have added a value to the system before you can criticize the system. At this moment, we have thought that the best way we can do is to engage young leaders in basic and post-basic schools. Now, leadership is service, and these young leaders are inexperienced, so they will need to be guided on the best way to go. And the reason why we decided to embark on this, just to see that the next generation of leaders will be thinking towards service. The next generation of leaders will not see corruption as the new normal.
The guest of honor, the former Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Kaduna State, Mr. Jonathan Kish Adamu Esquire, urged the students to have mentors, be good readers, and always ask questions. In the same vein, the keynote speaker, the Mandate Secretary, FCT Area Council Secretariat, Mr. Lawrence Bitrus Gadki, encouraged them to focus on the next thing they need to do and not focus on huge achievements.
Begin to have mentors in your life. And I think that is what this whole process is all about. If you have mentors, then you can see people whose life you admire and what they have turned out to be. And then you seek to become like them. You see the kind of lessons that they've left behind, the kind of legacy they have, and you can pattern your life after them. Always have a book you're reading. Always read, always read. If you read, you have a lot of knowledge inside of you. Always ask questions. As you listen to the speakers, challenge every concept they throw at you. As I speak to you, challenge whatever I'm throwing at you. Okay, ask questions. Because it's in asking questions that you can make progress. It's when you ask questions that you can gain knowledge. And then when you gain knowledge, you gain understanding. The scripture tells us that knowledge, wisdom is the principal thing. In all you're getting, get understanding.
The head boy is not known by his badge of authority, but its example, service and integrity. Leadership isn't about standing in front. It is about standing for others. Today, I sit before you, I stand before you as the youngest commissioner in the country in my early 30s. I never thought I would be here, but every day I ask myself, what next? I wake up in the morning, I ask myself, what next? While I was coming here, I asked myself, what next? Do not focus on the big picture. Do not focus on what you need to achieve at the end of the day. Focus on the next thing you need to do.
Goodwill messages came from the Director General, Citizenship and Leadership Training Center, the Chief of Defense Staff, the Director General of National Orientation Agency, and Senator Ireti Kingibe.
Your selection is a testament not just to your academic effort, subjects, but to your character, discipline, and confidence your schools have in you. Leadership, because we are leaders now, in a school setting is not about titles or wearing a badge. These badges you are wearing is not for wearing sake. It stands for something. It's about influence, integrity, and service. Service to your fellow students.
Leadership is not an accident of position or privilege. It is the deliberate cultivation of responsibility, discipline, and service to humanity. At the Citizenship and Leadership Training Center, CLTC, we believe that every young person carries the seed of leadership potential. Our mandate as a national institution is to nurture that potential through experiential training, civic responsibility, and character development, values that align perfectly with the objective of this retreat. I commend the Godspeed Leadership and Mentorship Development Initiative for these laudable efforts in shaping the minds of young Nigerians towards purposeful leadership. Your commitment to mentorship and youth empowerment contributes meaningfully to national development and the realization of a sustainable future.
I know that a lot of us like to think that leaders are born. Leaders are not born. Leaders are made. It takes you constantly doing something and equipping yourself for you to be a good leader. Leadership is an act of service. Leadership is also about sacrifice. There's a lot that you don't get to do as a leader for the betterment of your people. A leader must have integrity. Responsibility cannot be stressed enough, because by mere giving you the leadership position, that's the school telling you that we've put you responsible. And that responsibility of carrying this role means that a lot of people depend on you. Should that make you panic? No. Instead, that should give you more faith in yourself.
The retreat featured many activities, including group discussions, plenary sessions where students were given the opportunity to share their experiences, as well as the presentation of certificates. In an interview with journalists, the executive director of GLEMD gave further insights on the plans of GLEMD towards achieving its purpose and aim, while the keynote speaker also reiterated the need for leaders to develop skills and qualities needed to be good leaders.
So for us, it is a well-conceived plan to have 3 people from each school: the head boy, the head girl, and the accompanying teacher. The idea is for the accompanying teacher to be able to help coordinate these young leaders in their various schools. We want to see how this very initiative is going to be watered down to other leaders within the school environment. So we plan to monitor to see what they're doing. We also plan to have a valedictory roundtable session with these young leaders at the end of their tenure as head boys and head girls. The idea is to usher them into the larger society to see how they can contribute positively to societal growth. This is the 3rd edition of the Head Boys and Head Girls Leadership Retreat in the FCT. By the grace of God, this year we have also conducted the event in Kaduna State, and we look forward to engaging other states. The challenge for us is getting more partners to key into what we're doing, so that we can spread this positive energy to the 36 states of the Federation.
To tell them to know that it's not an easy task, but of course it's not meant to be easy. It is meant for us to develop the skill and qualities that will make it easier for us.
Some students also shared their experience.
I really enjoyed this meeting because my major takeaway was that leadership is not about ruling people. It's about service and sacrifice for the betterment of the people who you have been put in charge of. Thank you.
This training has given me a great insight as to what leadership should be. I've learned quite a lot from it. It has answered a lot of questions I had about leadership, like my doubts, concerns regarding my learning, my teachers, and my co-prefects. It's very, very nice. I would tell them everything I've learned and how we can make the school a better environment for everyone through like the various skills I've learned.
Abosede Olanrewaju reporting for ACNN News.